Alright, here we are with I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger looking good dating simulator. Alright, September 24th, so let's get started. Haven't watched any content on this late yet, so we're going blind. That does look like very good chicken and biscuits. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Smack that clock up and out. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find your imagination getting away from you. I think that we'll need to take this seriously. I'd better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. That is very nice. And here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorable, awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, LotusLeaf. Are you excited for the first day for the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam, raised by master chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person that I know. You're going to do great. But with the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. 3-day only semesters. What does that mean? A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. What? Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Oh, let's hear about the school gossip. It's hard to see Miriam like this, and frankly, quite exhausting. Rather than dwell on her anxiety, you try to change the subject to something more interesting. All summer, you've been hearing rumors about a dreamy, enigmatic mystery student who is enrolled at the school. Yeah, that's a little worrisome, but you'll be fine. Now, what about this mystery student we read about on the school message board? Any new deets?
Aha!
Oh, get this, I heard. His name is Helmond, he's no ordinary student. They say he has powers. He's had them ever since he was born. From an egg? What? An egg? Like a chicken? Don't be ridiculous. That thing about having powers, it would line up with some of the other rumors I've heard. Like, I heard he once fought a bear with just his smile. You both sigh, thinking about a student so handsome that the laws of physics don't dare apply to him. Dreamy. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom-engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil. but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there. Chicken chins. You leave LotusLeaf's shins all alone. They are perfectly normal shins. You can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know that for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. Oh my god, what kind of stuff is going on with these people's lives? If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend. Van the Man has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Van. You rang. That is a pretty buff guy wearing a bib of some kind, but without a shirt, I guess. I don't know. What is this? You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You think they just hand us our diplomas now? Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off. So resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See ya later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. What the? Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob. I guess he's reading it upside down. Well, I mean, why would his name tag only have lowercase letters too? Hi, Pop. I'm a LotusLeaf. So, are you gonna make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you.
Aww.
Is it just me, or is he kinda cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of GCSAL. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor. This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up on all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind brush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. It's... If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles, sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence.
Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders.
A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a Lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before Fawcett Pitts melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. You both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults? I guess you can only take a moment to clean yourself up. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle down the class and get some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. Okay. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift up your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue, you're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you even sure you're in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my third year at this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students, that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across the town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Okay. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks into the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. From what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart is tough but well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? Well, since we're playing a game made by KFC, we're going to have to go with chicken snack, of course. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Well, I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they would have learned the importance convenience of carrying a range of dog treat flavors with them on all times. Settle down, young chefs, take your seats, and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hey, LotusLeaf, there's still a seat here.
It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me, if you're interested.
Two good options, but which will you choose? Obviously we're gonna sit by Colonel Sanders, right? You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he has brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect, upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thank you for offering me this seat.
I've only had two rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you'll ever get that feeling of accomplishing something.
That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a pop quiz about me. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you're ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? We're going to answer this seriously, so we're just going to say extremely, looking at you, Pop. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to... Okay. I mean, if we look at this analogy, forest is to tree, so the forest is made up of many trees. I mean, I guess a chicken is made up of feathers, but not quite a good one, if you ask me. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? We're gonna have to go with spork, because I think KFC has a lot of sporks or something, or that's the only utensil they have. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? Okay, this is interesting. Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat. A pancake that looks like a silly face. Camel meat. That sounds like a very endearing option, but we're going serious. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? He is a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. That's right. Look at that, folks. We got a perfect 5 out of 5. Wow. Be honest, did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. Alright, so we've earned some points with Colonel Sanders, I guess. Maybe.
I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain.
Hot diggity, LotusLeaf. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone can have your attention. Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was...
Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement.
Hey, I was...
It's about lunch.
Everyone cheers. But I... Shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch. She said,
In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
Aha!
that must be the smell I smelled.
Indeed, that smell.
You hold your breath, waiting to see what fruit this mysterious student has created. You've heard the story that he's very talented, but whether the rumor is true.
Is this?
Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Gee, I wonder what that could possibly be. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating.
For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors.
You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can.
But that's all I'll say about that.
What? You think that we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Nah, my dude. Nah. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong voice. But I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case of one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at a sick burn. You wait to see what a zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yes, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please.
Well, Van the Madman, if you don't want any.
I'll take his. Wait, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes go wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed.
Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in.
You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Along with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. We're going to look at this logically, so focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. We could also savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart swim towards light. Now, let's go logically. You let the food rest in your mouth and focus on it, scrutinizing every flavor. Salt? Maybe. Pepper? Too obvious. Oregano, basil? Maybe, but there's something else. Something dark, something spicy. You dig deeper, deeper, deeper. Yes, even deeper still, until you find it. Could it be... He really did it. How bold. How adventurous. To use... You try to go even deeper into the sea of flavors, but this revelation alone is more than you can handle. You snap out of it and realize that this information was meant to remain a secret, and yet, now you know. A mantle of responsibility now rests upon your shoulders. As you look around, you realize that everyone is consumed by their lunch. No one noticed that you traveled through space and time. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second.
Anything for a fellow chef.
What exactly was on that chicken?
How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that'll make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal.
It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade.
What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole week days to get to know each other.
Right, I've got the semester's only 3 days for whatever reason. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun?
Aww.
Well, you've got moxie, I'll give you that.
Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers.
Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use. It's something my great-grandmother taught me.
Wow, would have never guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. And definitely isn't the flavor you tasted before, so now you're 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe. But you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad.
Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think how my story will continue on after I've graduated.
It sounds like you have big plans.
I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that.
Alone together for the first time, you figure out now is the perfect moment to show your personality to them. So, okay, you can neg him to show your true strength. I'm not even sure what that means. Wow him with a big idea, to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Be modest, but thoughtful. This is a difficult decision. I think we're going to be modest, but thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors are complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery was perfect.
I appreciate the comment, LotusLeaf. Or compliment, LotusLeaf.
I'm sure you'll be a big success.
I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon.
You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student needs to get an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. That has actually a really nice kitchen. Looks like we got some gas stovetops over here, a nice oven here, 4 burners, some knives. It's a nice cooking station. I don't know why these have a larger counter space than the rest of them, or it could just be the perspective we're given. Look at this place, it's magnificent. Finally we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we'll have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans that you're gonna earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome students to the cooking arena. For today's lesson we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is. Me and you, if that isn't clear. Want to be my partner?
Aw.
Sure, LotusLeaf. I'll prepare our station.
Without you as a partner, Miriam is standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. I don't even know how to double that. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen. I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to be Miriam's partner? We're obviously gonna go with the machine. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, already. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Tisha, I hardly know ya. Clank judders, and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. I'm sorry. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your cooking classwork. So basically, while we're trying to get Colonel Sanders, we're going to set Miriam up with a robot. Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Okay, here's a few things we can do. Steak tartare seems easy enough, it's fancy, and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. So steak tartare is a very interesting idea. If I'm correct, it's basically raw beef cut up or minced, and you eat it raw. Probably not for the faint of heart, and I don't know, it seems to me like a very European thing. Eating octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. That seems more like maybe an Asian thing. I don't know, if I remember correctly, octopus is also kind of hard to cook and get tender sometimes. And since this is again a game by KFC, let's go with the grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes.
And gravy.
I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes.
No, please. Allow me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine.
It looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off of my man. Did someone call for me? Wow, nice one. No cheese like that. While I'm over here crashing LotusLeaf's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms folded, peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends.
Alrighty there, Ashley. Like that. I'll be working in a quartet instead of a duet now.
Actually, no. Looks like LotusLeaf was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These amateur chefs get lots of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about what to do. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. I doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might be a better partner for you than this thing that's positioned itself in your station. Don't you feel deep down that we just cast complementary shadows fit together like a thigh and a drumstick? It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes much sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for the Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Let's see, what do we want to do? I need to turn down the volume for a second. Let's see, do we turn to Colonel Sanders, our Hunk of Hucks in our time of need, or we turn to Meteor, our forever bestie who's always had your back? We'll go with the Colonel Sanders focus for now. I'm here to learn and express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I choose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me, isn't that right?
A businessman respects all fair agreements from contracts to handshakes. I took on LotusLeaf as my partner in this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team behavior, I'd say you're the perfect for each other. Neither of you has LotusLeaf's natural talent or loyalty.
Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in the hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, pay attention for a moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream whipping. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere.
I know just what to do.
Colonel Sanders extends his hand. It's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy bowl, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy smothering your newly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand there, holding the same spork. And for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still.
If you love something, set it free.
Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Bagman! Do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, LotusLeaf. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it down wherever it lands. And it has Potato's face. Gran rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy, pathetic. In just a few moments, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in sea saltwater sauce, coated on a bannerax forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You have annoyed me for too long. This ends now. It is I who have the first bite, and you will look on with envy. An interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of the signature dish right off the plate. No, don't. Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late, it has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. He looked back at the plate. The rest of it is gone. He knows the tip of the tentacle being slipped from Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment, snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite the obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure that the professors here make enough money. Hello. I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you.
I'm sorry I had to go through all that. Please, let me walk you home.
What? Like, for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly.
Those mashed potatoes you made in class today.
Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them.
They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with.
Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now may be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders.
Yes, LotusLeaf.
There's something I need to tell you. Aha! Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef in the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working hard toward that dream, day and night. Never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights.
We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star.
Ugh. Hey, no, you... Shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that.
I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name?
Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him, we're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Sport Monster is here to fight you. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds.
How dare you threaten me, just as I was laying down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level.
Be afraid. Be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster. See?
Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Let's go on the offense. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? So cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Sport Monster. Sport Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Let's attack. You decide to go on the attack. Last time. Glove does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Let's defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You hold your head between your hands and mutter, "This is not happening, this is not happening." Spark Monster is no quitter, buffed up and ready to crumble. They go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utility Tensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. So to go on the attack, cook with love. The 1 damage. Spork Monster is using cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to clean that. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack with Rounded Edge.
Lyle Lilith, your reign of terror stops here.
Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens.
Hot Time Power Pinch.
Top high power pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. We're going to be compassionate, so we're going to spare this wretched beast. Manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow.
I won't forget this. I certainly will be back, like you said.
The Spork Monster skulls off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it is Orko.
Orko, that name sounds strangely familiar.
Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your cover is being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. I'm sorry about that. Whoa, okay. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. You can't believe he really used. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Like him. Like. I know it sounds like it's moving fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to. And he was also the convertible... he There was also the convertible that he himself rode at the front of the homecoming parade. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. You're a thing now. You know, given that we have 3-day semesters, I feel like being famous, not being too famous for very long. We definitely connected yesterday. Haha, sure you did. You're great, but why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? However, you don't tell her that you know a second ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Marion checks to make sure that you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wondering, this can't be good. He told me about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some, to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was quite unlike anything I ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both shared an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be very much use to anyone. Please, please, it would mean the world to me, but no one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? This is tough. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go with honesty, because Colonel Sanders has, 12 spices or 11 spices or whatever. So. Okay, I tell you, but it has to stay secret. Miriam nods furiously. He told me that he uses... You never would have guessed that, would you? Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. Who could it be? It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of this stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. However, your sudden movement surprises the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Oh, LotusLeaf. I'm here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I've been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And that name is... Before you can continue, you're suddenly awake. Oh, jeez. You wake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his naturally seasoned musk? Whoa, okay. Let's be wholesome. Let's compliment the craftsmanship of his horseshoes. Maybe you shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who is in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face.
That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore.
And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears in the school, leaving you and Marion to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, doing something bad. By the way they're hiding it, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Let's tell them to stop acting immature. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. That kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules. I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents a secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing, huh? Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. I can't even. Yeah. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Whoa. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely you must know that this is a ruse, right?
Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on.
Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face.
Down, boy. Down. Auftroppen.
The command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. Alright, we're at an hour, so we'll save and we'll continue this another day. How do I save? Okay, so I see. So there's no save files, but it looks like we'll just go down this timeline, and we're about halfway through. So maybe next time will be the last part. We'll see. Alright. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.